Hello, this is wmpyr. I got a question from Jedi Frogmaster, and by the way, really cool username. And it says, please discuss the differences between Arnis, Kali, and Eskrima and other similar Filipino martial arts. So, okay, Arnis, Kali, and Eskrima, it's the same thing. It's just three different names for the same thing. You're talking about the Philippines, which is made up of hundreds of islands. So the way they say things from the north, the south, the east, and the west, and island to island, probably, language got changed a little bit here and there throughout the years, and therefore you have different ways of saying the same thing. So I think that's just what happened. And yeah, so Arnis, Kali, Eskrima is the same style, pretty much. Okay. Now, that being said, there are many different methods of Arnis, Kali, and Eskrima. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, if you take a look at boxing, right? If you take a look at boxing, look at Muhammad Ali, Mayweather, George Foreman, Mike Tyson. They all box extremely differently from each other. Very different. But we still call it boxing. So it's kind of like that. So with Arnis, Kali, and Eskrima, you can have that, all right? Different directions, different methods, but it's still the same style, okay? Another example I could give you is when you think of karate, right? Karate is one style, but there's many different versions of it. Kyokushinkai karate, Seido Kaikan karate, Shitoryu karate, Goju-ryu karate, Okinawan karate, it just goes on and on and on, right? So they're all karate, but there's a whole bunch of different methods out there. So it's pretty much the same thing. So within Arnis, Kali, and Eskrima, we have a generalized idea of how the art needs to be practiced, what the art consists of. Okay, so you have a general idea of that, which I have explained to you guys before. Now, depending on your instructor in your school, there's different specialties. Okay, so in college, I met a guy that he learned Kali and Eskrima from a military veteran. And that guy had a school and he was teaching military people. And so my buddy learned it from that guy. And their specialty was CQC, close quarters combat. So he was very good at basically tracing your hands. So once he made contact with your hands, he could follow your hands very well and neutralize your movements. And so it was very good sensitivity. And then from there, he could go into lock flow, elbows and knees, and that type of stuff. And that's how he fought. Now, different Kali, Eskrima, Arnis schools could specialize in other things, such as medium range. I trained with some dudes that their specialty was medium range. They go full contact with some safety gear on, but single stick was their main thing. And they went full contact, and they didn't go to the ground, but that was their thing. So, they were very good at that specific area of the art. Now, there's other people that might be very good at long range, okay? And there's other people that are very good at the historical aspect of Arnis, Kali, and Eskrima. So they actually train with the historical swords, the one-handed short swords. And there's all kinds of different shapes and lengths and sizes and whatnot. And they practice with those. So that can really change things up a bit. And there's other schools where, their thing is the knife. They really like the knife, and they work on using the knife very well, And then there's more modern styles where, they work on modern self-defense, modern weapons, and whatnot. So it just really depends on your school and your instructor. So that's why there's so many different methods out there. And yeah, so I hope that sheds some light. That's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.